The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The city of Manila will begin its 24/7 vaccination program in 3 public schools tonight. Manila Public Information Office Chief Julius Yunin said that the three 24/7 vaccination sites will start operations at 7 p.m. this Sunday. However, Yunin said that walk-ins will not be accommodated in these sites. Around 300 volunteers will facilitate the 24/7 vaccination sites. Now, to tell us more, we have with us on the line Mr. Julius Lunen. Again, he is Manila Public Information Office Chief. Sir Lunen, good morning.
Good morning, Riza, and good morning to all viewers of One News.
Sir, how big do we expect is going to be the turnout of this 24/7 vaccination will be by the end of ECQ?
Well, Riza, no, to give context to our viewers, we have three, as you said earlier, we have 3 vaccination sites which will operate 24/7 beginning 7 p.m. tonight. This is for the A1, A2, A3, and A5 priority groups. In layman's term, medical workers, senior citizens, persons with body comorbidities, and indigent groups. No A4 priority group, which is economic frontliners, because that was the guideline set by the COVAX facility through the Department of Health. Now, in each site, we have 3 sites. Each site has an allocation of 2,000 doses. Now, that we have no walk-in policy. Nakasaad naman sa poster namin, bawal ang walk-in. This is in compliance with the Department of Health guideline under the Enhanced Community Quarantine or ECQ that no walk-in should be allowed because all vaccination operations should have a schedule or scheduling system. So what we did in the Manila City government is we have distributed stubs in targeted distribution ng stubs sa mga barangays na hindi pa gaano yung nababakunahan yung kanilang mga population. So, distribution of stubs for the vaccination slots began yesterday. And today, we have begun the operation. So, the people are being assisted by the barangays to proceed to their respective vaccination sites. Now, on top of our 24/7 vaccination sites, we now have ongoing vaccination in our school sites. Bale, itong mga school sites na to mag-operate from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So this is on top of our 24/7 vaccination site and this is ongoing right now.
Mm-hmm. So, Jonel, you mentioned, balikan ko lamang po, the distribution of the stubs will be through the different barangays in, of course, Manila City. So, paano po makakakuha ng schedule? Will the vaccinee would have to go claim their stubs in their barangays?
It will be the barangay who will distribute the stubs. Now, if may recall, itong mga priority groups na to, we have certain priority groups na pwede lang bigyan. So, hindi kasama dito ang A4. Lang to, mga seniors, indigents, persons with comorbidities, or medical workers na maaaring hindi pa bakunado. So, ang distribution of stubs na to, this is targeted. Since hindi pwede walk-in, we will prioritize those areas na hindi pa ganun karami ang bakunado na population. So it was the barangay who distributed these stubs. Now, kung maubusan po ng stub, naman po kami, we asked for the public's understanding na huwag po sana mag-away ng barangay worker kasi limited lang po talaga ang stubs na distribute since limited din ang supply ng vaccines. Since limited ang supply, and obviously, limited din ang magiging distribution ng stubs. Although, magkakaroon din naman po ng mga bakunahan sa mga susunod na araw. And again, this is a targeted distribution, kumbaga, ng vaccination slots. For the 24/7, I forgot to tell you earlier, yung 24/7, di ba may curfew? Curfew begins at
Opo.
8 p.m. Yet yung 24/7 vaccination namin begins at 7 p.m. onwards hanggang madaling araw, hanggang maubos yung allocation. They will be assisted by the barangay. So, hindi naman po sila, bali hindi naman nila mababangga yung uh, restriction na dala ng curfew. So, they will be assisted by the barangay, they will be assisted by the authorities na nag-handle ng vaccination site na yon. Exempted naman po sila sa curfew kapag may slot sila sa bakuna.
Okay. So to clarify ha, Sir Jonel, the barangay will distribute the stubs. They will also be the ones scheduling perhaps itong mga vaccinees nila from their barangay just so we could respect the curfew hours implemented ngayong ECQ, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Sir, since the rollout started, people have been posting po on social media of long lines and yung hindi po pagsunod sa social distancing. So we'd like to know what are the measures in place to prevent this from happening again?
Okay. You're talking about the earlier vaccination, yung procedures nung nagwo-walk-in tayo. Well, that is one of the consequences of having a walk-in vaccination. But the point of having a walk-in vaccination is for those people who want to get vaccinated now. Kasi nung tinry namin yung scheduled yung appointments, yung by appointment na bakunahan, napakababa ng turnout. May mga tao naman po na gusto na magpabakuna na nagbabasakali sa mga vaccination sites. And syempre, through our compassionate decision-making ng Manila City Government, inallow po natin ulit ang walk-in na bakunahan sa Maynila. Kasi ang argument po siguro dyan is kung nakaschedule ka na ngayong araw, tapos sinayang niyo po yung schedule niyo, kawawa naman po yung mga tao na hindi nabigyan ng schedule for that day tapos gusto rin magpabakuna.
Mm-hmm. Understood, sir. Sir Jonel, pag-usapan natin the volunteers. What and how many volunteers are needed by the city to be able to accommodate itong mga gusto pong magpabakuna?
Okay, so ganito, no, Riza. Una kasi, nung nag-meeting kami ni City Health Officer, ni Mayor, nagpatawag po ng meeting si Mayor regarding that 24/7 vaccination and call for volunteers. Ang target niya lang talaga is siguro less than 200. Actually, parang ang nasa isip namin, no, nasa isip ni Mayor ngayon, parang siguro okay na kahit less than 100. Although kinagulat ng city government, ng mayor, ng Manila Health Department na more than 200 ang nakuhang volunteers ng Manila. So as of yesterday, we have 33 volunteers na naka-sign up na officially and on board na officially sa vaccination operations ng Manila. So that's 48 screeners, 119 vaccinators, 138 encoders, logistics, 10, and then marshals for, syempre, security measures and implementation of protocols, 15. So that's a total of 330 volunteers.
Okay. Sir, panghuli na lamang po, Sir Julius, your reminders para po sa inyong mga constituents na gusto nga po magpabakuna through this 24/7 vaccination rollouts.
Okay. Sa ngayon, syempre, bawal ang walk-in. That could mean, or that will mean the following consequences. Hindi po mapagbakuna ang mga non-Manilan sa City of Manila. Kung nasa labas po kayo ng probinsya, nasa labas ng Metro Manila ngayon, hindi po kayo mapagpabakuna. So, itong no walk-in o bawal ang walk-in, ang target lang po nito ngayon ay mga Manila residents. Ngayon, kung hindi po kayo nakatanggap ng stub, magdadagdag po tayo dahil may mga dumating naman po tayong bagong supply ng bakuna. So, intay-intay lang po kung magkakaroon kayo ng stub o magdidistribute ang barangay sa inyo. Actually, hindi naman po lahat ng barangay nabigyan ngayon. Bale, like I said kanina, targeted. And yung mga hindi nabigyan ng barangay ngayon, yun naman ang bibigyan today for the vaccination tomorrow. So,
Mhm.
hintay-hintay na lang po tayo sa ating slots mula sa mga barangay.
Mhm. Sir, pahabol na lang, just so everybody will know where to get this information. Of course, we'll give them an update, pero saan po sila makakakuha ng update?
Okay. Bantayan niyo lang po ang ating mga official Facebook page ng lokal na pamahalaan dito sa, syempre, sa official Facebook page ni Mayor Isko Moreno Domagoso, sa official Facebook page ng aking pong tanggapan, ang Manila Public Information Office, and syempre sa mga respetadong media outlets na nagbibigay ng tunay na impormasyon at totoong balita, hindi yung mga iba na nagpapakalat ng fake news para manglito ng publiko, hindi ba?
Well understood. Maraming salamat po and stay safe. That is, of course, Mr. Julius Yunen, Manila Public Information Office Chief. Now, here are other top stories we're keeping our eyes on. The country is set to lose at least 150 billion pesos per week as NCR and other areas are placed under ECQ. According to Socio-Economic Planning Secretary Carl Chua, the ECQ is poised to affect more than 600,000 workers and will increase the number of poor individuals by about 250,000. These figures are a huge jump from the earlier projection of NEDA of 105 billion pesos in losses every week, with 444,000 jobless and 177,000 additional poor Filipinos. Meanwhile, ECQ cash aid distribution in the Metro will start by mid next week. In a statement, DILG Secretary Eduardo Año said necessary preparations and health protocols must be followed before any payout of the 10.8 billion cash aid are to take place. LGUs are given 15 days to complete the distribution of ayuda, which may be extended upon request. Now, in other news, Octa Research Group says they are open to any probe into their projections on coronavirus cases. Recall that several lawmakers filed a resolution asking the House Committee on Good Government to probe the group's projections and affiliations. Speaking to us here on One News, Professor Guido David said Octa is ready to share their methodology and prove their credibility. Now, Maynilad has announced water service interruptions in several areas in Metro Manila and Cavite. Maynilad said they are conducting repair works in its water treatment facility in Muntinlupa, causing the water interruption in some areas. In Las Piñas, around 13 barangays will be affected by the service interruption starting August 10 until August 11. Muntinlupa City will also experience water interruption in 8 barangays. In August 10 to 12, 6 barangays in Parañaque City will have little rather to no water supply during several hours of these dates. 11 barangays in Bacoor and Imos will also be affected by the water interruption starting Tuesday. Boxing featherweight silver medalist Nesty Petesio will be designated flag bearer in the closing ceremony of the Tokyo Olympics. According to Philippine Olympic Committee President Bambol Tolentino, Nesty Petesio will be vested the honor to carry the flag for being the country's first female medalist in Olympic boxing. Petesio stayed to cheer behind Carlo Paalam, who bagged silver in flyweight, and Yumer Marshall, who clinched bronze in middleweight. All 4 boxers, including their coaches and skateboarding president Carl Zambrano, are joining the closing ceremony in Tokyo. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later again at 12 noon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on Signal Play app. Register for a free account now, www.signalplay.com, and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.